This video was designed to help you to interpret ticker tape diagrams. In this picture we see a car facing rightward. Behind the car you see a trail of dots. Now we're going to assume that these dots are little drops of oil. Our car has an oil leak. You can see in the picture that in this particular diagram the dots of oil are spaced very evenly apart. So we're going to label this particular oil drip pattern, or ticker tape diagram, if you want to think of it that way, as the car being in constant motion. In this diagram, once again, the spaces between the drops of oil are evenly spaced. So we could label this, we could say that the car was in constant motion. But notice also that there's very little space between the dots. So we could also say that this car was demonstrating slow motion. It's constant, but it's slow. In this particular diagram, once again, spaces between the dots relatively even. So we could describe this as another constant motion, but notice that the distance between the dots is much greater than the last diagram that we had. So we're going to also label this as fast motion. This one's a little different. Here, at this side of the diagram, the dots are pretty close together, and as the car moves to the right, the space between the dots gets greater. This is not constant motion, this is acceleration. The car is getting faster as it moves to the right. This is kind of the opposite of the last one. You can see that the space between the dots starts off kind of big and it gets smaller as the car moves on. So in this particular case, the car is decelerating. This is an example of deceleration. I want you to think about what an oil drip pattern might look like if the car was not in motion. Hope this helped you to interpret ticker tape diagrams.